Hello everyone! Welcome to Cellopedia, this is Maxim. Have you ever asked a question, what is the highest note you can play on cello? It's so exciting when you go from the first position, then you try to learn shifts to higher positions, and you discover higher and higher notes you can play on cello. Well, but what is the highest note? Well, let's explore it. Let's do it. Let's play from the lowest note and go as high as we can. Did you hear it? 6 octaves. That's very impressive for the string instrument. Well, the top few notes were very hard to hear. Honestly, I would never use them in a concert piece. But they're still there. And probably I could try to go even higher. So, you noticed that at some point, instead of continuing going higher and higher on fingerboard, I jumped to lower position and my left hand looked funny. What I did? I used artificial harmonics, sometimes called fake harmonics. What is harmonic? I bet you are familiar with simple harmonics. Sometimes we can even use them to tune cello. So when you just touch the A string here to play A, then you hear this simple harmonic. What it does, it divides the string to 2 parts. So it's exactly half between a nut, this part of the cello, and a bridge. And when you touch this part of the string very gently, it blocks some of the vibrations of the string and you hear the note 1 octave higher. Well, there is limited number of harmonics you can make this way. So you can divide the string to 2 parts. You can divide the string to 3 parts. 1/3 here, 2/3 there. Actually, the same result will be if you divided 2/3 here, 1/3 there. Then you can divide the string to 4 parts. 1/4 here, 3/4 here, or opposite way. 1/4 here, 3/4 here, and so on. But you will not be able to play every note this way. Okay, there is a way to do it. You kind of move the position of the nut, this part of the fingerboard, which is in a firm contact with the string. How can you do it? Well, we are not going to move this knot, but we will use thumb to press on the string, to block all the vibrations. And we will have to use the third finger to gently touch the string. So I will put the thumb firmly on D, and I will gently touch the string where the G is. So my third finger is in the position of G. But I'm only pressing all the way here on D with the thumb. And I'm just gently touching G with the third finger. As a result, I'm getting a harmonic sound which is exactly 2 octaves higher than original note. So this D will be moved 2 octaves higher. To play it in a normal way, I will have to go all the way here. So let's compare this D and that's the same pitch. Now, to make E, you have to move the thumb to E and touch A with the third finger. So again, thumb is in a full contact with the string, and the third finger is just gently touching A. And then so on. F, then whole step shift for G. Then next note A. And so on. The higher it goes, the more pressure it requires from your left hand, and it's just harder to make very clean sound. By the way, when you play those harmonics, make sure that your bow is as close to the bridge as possible. So, and that rule applies to all harmonics. You need to try to stay closer to the bridge to get the most clean and clear sound. The famous example of using those artificial harmonics is the part in Camille Saint-Saëns Cello Concerto. In the third movement, you have to play Don't get frustrated when you just start working on that. I will suggest you to master one note at a time. So just choose the note you like. For instance, D. Make sure you tune it with thumb. And then check third finger position. And then slightly release the pressure of the third finger and try to make this harmonic. And then just get comfortable with this note before you go to the next one. Your thumb might be sore, so don't try to learn it in one day. Spread this work over a number of days, and little by little you will get very comfortable doing it. Good luck! It's very hard work to do, but it's worth it. So keep practicing and see you soon.